So we're recording. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Neighborhood Advisory Board Community Service Block Grant Needs Assessment Public Hearing 2022. My name is Rashida Jennings on behalf of the Neighborhood Advisory Board Queen 8 and the City Community Action Program operated by the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development. I would like to welcome you to the Community Needs Assessment Hearing for 2022. This hearing is being conducted to determine service priorities for our neighborhood in connection with the Federal Community Services Block Grant, or CFEG program, which provides anti-poverty funding. On the reverse side of the agenda you received when you entered is a more detailed explanation of the NAB CFEG funding and this community needs assessment process. Neighborhood Advisory Boards, or NAB, have the authority and responsibility to help set the priorities for 41 neighborhood development areas throughout New York City for the federal CFEG funding. The map of our individual area is at the table with the DYCD staff. The map is there. The larger maps displayed here are for our individual area and the entire borough. At this time, I would like to introduce my colleagues on the NAB. Our other members were in conflict today. As residents, students, workers, business owners, or service providers in the community, you are uniquely qualified to speak to the issues and the needs that affect our community. We appreciate your attendance here today and look forward to your comments. Each person will be given 2 minutes to share his or her testimony. Please try to keep your remarks focused on the questions which will list it on the flyer tonight. Those questions are as follows. What are the most urgent needs in your neighborhood? And what kinds of programs would address those needs? If you wish to give testimony, please indicate that at the sign-in table. A testimony slip will be completed for you and given to us. We will call you up in the order you are registered to speak. If you have a written testimony, please leave it with us when you finish. We will give you visual cues to let you know when your time is running out. We want to ensure that everyone has a chance to speak, so we ask that you please keep to those timings. Your input is very important to us, and we appreciate your time in coming here tonight to give us your thoughts. We are also making a recording of the hearing, so we ask that you speak loudly and clearly. Again, thank you for coming tonight. We will call people up in the order of their testimony. Let's begin. So I have one testimony slip, and it's from Mary L. Gaines. You have the floor.
Good evening. It's very nice to be here. To meet all of you. I've been with my friend Zena, invited to this meeting. And I want to know what the purpose of it, what they do, just gave us some information. I'm not a time yet before that was busy. Every process for the voting and for the voting people been for the election. But my main complaint about the neighborhood, my biggest drivers, regarding cancer. I am tired of walking the neighborhood, Green Street, and all that stuff that is dog food. Something must be done. Because, you know, you have on your shoes and you get in your car, and it's hard to get this whole out of your car. And then you walk into your house, people are in the street. And I don't know what we can do, what you have the time to do. There's somebody going out in the neighborhood. Once upon a time, thinking what things going on for them. It's getting really ridiculous. That's my big complaint, big home.
So in terms of a need, in terms of for your community, the need is that you need to see cleaner streets. And that would include curbing your dog, so on and so forth. Is there, in terms of programming, where could you see funding that went into a program like that? Like what kinds of programs would you like to see in the area that will assist in that particular issue?
I was sometimes too. But give out tickets, I meant to give tickets to them, because I didn't see them. Don't say you shouldn't do that. I think you read the signs that don't let your dog poop here, go and pick up behind your dog. That's 50 cents kind of a, that's sometimes you're done. So, they got enough tickets to do that.
Is that your only, is that your?
I just don't think, really.
But we're gonna have the testimony of Casimira. And Casimira Y. So that's our next speaker. You have the floor.
Hi. Good evening. Yes, for our community, we're here for the community center. I instruct like the meditation and wellness and bring that, and I also have a wellness business. But I would like to see, I would like to see more of that in the community. Because we have our elders that I feel should be checked on more, the ones that are especially alone. But provide them services or aids to help them check in on their well-being, their mental state. To check in on them as well as adults and teens in the area, especially the children. For myself, I have 4 boys, and even though I can teach them myself how to respond to certain situations in school or in the community, I think it's great to have those type of wellness programs for children, teens, adults, so they know how to handle their life, outside of school and what's being taught, to know how to respond, to be able to have a safe space to speak to someone or relax and focus. I think that's important for the community and have more of that for not just the children, but adults, and programs to teach them, not only the kids, but the adults how to, I wouldn't say do better parenting, but support and resources on how to respond to their needs. So in both directions, allowing a space and health and wellness events or programs to help the community in that way, I think that would allow for better growth in the community, where everyone would know their place and feel safer and better in the community.
There's anything else that you would like to add, Ms. Wire?
I think these programs would help on health and wellness regarding like the mental state, mindfulness, because there is a lot of violence that is growing in the area. And I think if everyone had a better understanding of themselves, their surroundings, their neighbors, and the community, that would support that and help ease the troubles.
Okay, yeah, I have Linda Zimmerman. You also would like to give testimony this evening.
So I looked right away, and I think the biggest problem that we can have is you have nowhere to move in order to implement some of the things that would be very important. And I think immigrants, literacy, the economic development, family support, all of this needs a place, a storefront for a place to rent, to have these kinds of services provided. We have no place. The only place is our library, which has a room that holds maybe 40 people. And obviously we don't have that. We have maybe 5 to 20 people. So we need all these different things. We also develop a lot of student security in our neighborhood. I really want to see food bank distribution in our neighborhood, which I've been talking about for a long time. Or my farmers market. People don't want to go out of their way. They want kind of gardens, a little one is going to go home, but you like it. But I think food bank would be very good idea. I understand that library is partnered with big food organization in New York. there is once a month food distribution, at restaurants and San Martin. And I would like to the next year or whatever. I don't really know who's running that, I mean, I can find out. But I would love to have them do it, like, why don't they do it here? I don't they do it in right. I don't know how to get those, I don't know how to get those, like, so I think it's going to, we would love all of these things. But we have no place to, implement. In other words, you know, why is the control? So we could figure out ways, even renting a storefront and hire someplace to run it. I mean, you can do anything. You don't have a place, and that's what most people. And that's the real problem, because a lot of this stuff would be very beneficial. On the weekend, and evening, because people can ask me, and I'm not really about like there's the.
And that, should be, so have you thought in your background, or how likely the people is ready? And I think I can help see, yes, I'll talk with people local or something.
Going to information.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
So I'm not going to get back on what we talked about with there is disregard for people out of disregard for our neighborhood. Completely, it's not dogs. It's starting in Light High School, the kids aim for the garbage can, and when they miss, they leave it on the ground. They crash the bus stop, so seniors can get that. There's no respect done to the kids, done to the older people. I mean, it's something that really is a challenge. And I wish there was a way to educate people to respect and love where they live, so they can make it better instead of making it worse. The law is right across the street from where I live, and we're not allowed. We're not allowed to use the town line. They want to auditorium, and we are not allowed in. If they're allowed to use the public park across the street, but we're not allowed to have nothing to do with that. So there's that maybe they have a basketball game, maybe the parking space, they don't tell anybody. So I think respect for the neighborhood, like the garbage, like the food, like all of that stuff. Respect. People should take ownership. I always ask the guys that own the store, why do they only see, you know, that little part? Maybe if they swept a little for the other store, maybe that guy would come out and speak too. I mean, I've seen it, beautiful block that people care. Right now, no before. People are very upset about the jail, very upset about the new shelter, very upset about our neighborhood. And that's the way we feel. And you can't say that. You can feel the family.
Thank you so much, Ms. Zimmerman. Our next speaker is going to be Thaddeus Wormley. You have the floor.
I'm a Colorado resident. I've been living here for probably 57 years, since 1970. So I've seen drastic changes. But I do know what services we used to have in this community, and I was part of all of those things to know that. Being on the Pomerac, I was on the Pomerac board of directors here, so I knew what services were provided, which were more enrichment programs for the children. But unfortunately, due to the program becoming a babysitting service, those things are not in our community for parents to put their children in unless you're fortunate to have the funds to do, take them outside of the development to do that. I was disappointed this summer because our Promenade Library did not have a librarian. The Promenade Library did not have any services for children. Some of the other libraries had reading programs, they read the books. They had a movie day, they had a painting class, they had a STEM project for children to participate during the summer. Our library had nothing. So the kids in our community that needed more examples than the children on Union Turnpike at the 187 library, which had all those services, we had not. And so I personally contacted the library myself and spoke to the manager, which told me they didn't have a library, children's librarian. And this is all we have. We just have 25 units if anybody wants to come in. Then in turn, I called the mayor's office to find out that he gave $10,000 to that library like he did last year. But they said they don't know what they do. So once again, I was in this community, fell back, but you know that the children don't read when they're out of school for 2 months, they fall behind too great. So I know our children already at a disadvantage.
So they didn't have to start a reading program?
No. 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 And unfortunately, I can say, no, I can say, as a parent, my children are all grown, but that library is always accessible. There's always something there for your child to participate in outside of, your home to get books. I can say that's not my business because my kids are grown, but the children that are coming up, those are the children that are going to protect us and, provide services for us. And, like I said, they're at a good advantage. Our senior program here in the community center, we don't have a kitchen. No, we have a kitchen. We don't have access to the kitchen anymore because NYCHA plans, they didn't know that the kitchen was on, they didn't have a blueprint for the kitchen. So therefore, the cooks are not able to cook to prepare hot meals for the seniors. That kitchen has been there. I moved here in 1970. I think in 1972, when I was a teenager, before we had an elevator in the center. There was a family that rented the space upstairs here in the center for a wedding. And so she hired me as a teenager to run up and down the steps to get stuff from the kitchen. It's been here since 1970. NYCHA has been here to repair leaks, the plumbing and all of that sort of thing. Now the gas pipes and plumbing and stuff they put in there, the pipe is not here. So our seniors are not coming, a lot of seniors are not coming in complaining because of hot meal, not being able to get a hot meal. Yes, the senior center has a grab and go, but that's not the same thing as seniors sitting and communicating and talking with each other that they were accustomed to prior to COVID. Another thing, I understand we received money from DA tax for a TV program here at the center that started February this year, but it wasn't advertised in the development. Like it should have been for our teenagers to have to make use of. That money, I'd like to know, like, how much money the tax give to the center. And there needs to be more programs to help the teenagers that are coming here. And there needs to be more access to informing parents that have teenagers of the program. I understand this program is getting ready to start up again, and I spoke to the young man about posting flyers and points to the group. I think the program starts next week. This is the kind of tax. Well, this is that QCH is using their staff is the woman's name is Vaughn is supposed to be in charge of the program. I don't know the last name. And another thing with that, team program, she did not hire, it was said that she was not gonna hire prominent residents to work at the center, and that's a disadvantage also for our youth. I had a parent, I met him 2 weeks ago, that said, I don't see anything in the trade team. Why aren't there any prominent people working with teams at least? If a child recognizes the community phase, it might need the mother or father. So we might tend to not do something we shouldn't, or you have access to let the parents know behavior or if you need something that's not right. So I totally, as I told you, black is the prominent, but why would they do that? I don't know what her.
So just to put us back on tangent. So in terms of programs, in terms of what you see in your community, which is prominent. So you're saying that we need a team program, or we just need to revamp the one that we have? Okay, so the one that we have needs to be revamped.
Readiness, care resolution, all that. Not just having the children sit in the lobby, playing have an official and actual dance instructor that can teach them some type of dance instruction, and they feel that, you know, in a positive way. I don't see that being done. And of course, they'll say that they need trips, so when they advertise the trip, and so before the trip is scheduled, that now they'll run around the development and post up a sign.
Right, that just sounds like poor planning.
Yeah.
I mean, but in terms of program, once the program is there, I know when DYCD give, when the needs assessment is done and the RFP is completed and everybody's been chosen, there is definitely a quality assurance component to it. And that quality assurance comes in a form where they will definitely check to make sure that you're not fudging numbers, that you're taking the money and you've done exactly what you explained in your request for the proposal. So I'm not certain how much money DYCD has divvied out or how many RFPs have gone through the community house, but I definitely can say that DYCD has worked it out. For sure.
What about
Okay.
what about years program for that?
Well, this particular public hearing that we're having is for, it's everything, so they gather up the intel. This is the day that we give the intel. This is the day that you say, you know what? There are too many children out on the street and they need a place to go. There are too many hungry seniors inside of my development and they have food insecurities and we need a program that will deliver the meat. Or there's children that have no after food program. We need one for after food. So this is the day when you get the opportunity to say those things that you need inside of your community. Like, yeah, it's the bigger issue. I'm not discounting or discrediting anybody's testimony in terms of what it is that they feel is the need for that community, but when the monies are allotted, hundreds of thousands of dollars, I get. What will you use those hundreds of thousands of dollars for? Okay, so that's what this particular investment area is for. So ESL, that would be a program that would need a lot of funding. Health and wellness program, that would be a program that needs a lot of funding. The team program needing to be revamped, even if it has to be reconstructed. That would require a lot of money. To get a rehabilitation team inside of your neighborhood, to get a place to have your meetings, those are all definite meat and potato things that need to be done. But if your light bulb goes out every couple of days because they're short in their building, that this is not the place. Right. So I just wanted to say, focus in terms of what it is that we want to see inside of our community. I'm definitely taking note of all of this stuff because I do have, different, connections that I could definitely link you up to so that you can get some of those smaller issues fixed immediately.
One thing that I say about the DYCD program, which is the after school program. They have currently 90 children registered in the after school program, 65 are ready to start next week. The other ones are waiting for the parents to have for them. But this much I can say, from last September, watching what's going on in the summer, our children have more behavioral issues that distracts the few children that are there for a particular lesson, whatever you do, and it gets pulled out. There's one social worker here, and they need to get maybe money to brought into probably bring in a social worker or some kind of therapist that can work with that child and the parent. Because even the youth director says she having problems with children being bold enough to say, curse to her, and wait till and tell my mother's gonna curse you out. So you called me out because I got in trouble, or I did this and got in trouble. There's more children in the office on time for behavioral stuff, and children deciding they're gonna walk out the building. Like, there's a lot of other behavioral issues going on that they're trying to work.
So conflict resolution and maybe a mental health component that was
Yeah.
appropriate to begin the modification technique. That's what that sounds.
So I have a question. If there is no, so you guys have comments and tendencies that Briarwood is an entire community that doesn't have, has had many different organizations, but we need, somebody that's gonna initiate or chase this kind of stuff, whether it comes from us or not. And that is the bigger one. Not only do we not have a place to meet, but we really don't have any, representatives. Well, I mean, I do it on my own.
At one time, in the prominent community center, they used to have a site over the driveway, which they were using school. They didn't have a community center like this, so
Well, this one,
I don't remember what school it was, this is like 20 something.
yes, well, the reason I,
But you need to connect with the people in the community, because you do have space, which is one of the schools. Someone needs to get people in the house.
library, very, it's not active library. That thing with the library needs to be.
Okay. Because I'm your signature is absolutely beautiful, but it's just so. But we teachers, please, okay. So next, Ms. Marcy, is that all of your testimony that you would like to give this evening, or did I miss anything? Okay. We definitely could go of it, and this for all of the people that just walked in, this hearing is being recorded, okay? Ms. Leatrice.
Hi, coming up with the as well. I've been here for 16 years. Really nice to see you, but what I'm noticing, we have a lot of teams who are good players, and I think it's great. It's not having anything to do. And I believe that we can get our teams involved in something on a consistent basis. They have to do something that's consistent. I think that, that's the work we need to focus on and try to save. I was just thinking of some workshops that might be able to be added as financial literacy. I think we don't know how to save. We don't know anything about money. You know, we don't. We just think it's well on the thing. And that's when we're done with that proposal comes up. So they need to know how to be financially independent and astute at saving money. Because what you don't know, what you say, what you think, you have to live down in the road. And they're just not making that connection, because I think that nowadays, so right now. Everything you can tell me is before me, so if we could give them some time for little time, so if you can help them to open up bank accounts. A lot of the youth do not have bank accounts, and it's generational. Not just them, it's what the parents don't know about financial literacy. You're not really know about that. After the generation starts, you're not find out. Yeah, well, those are the truth. But we can have one that engage them and plan for their future. A lot of them don't see a future. You know, I like to talk to you. I'm not kidding. So I like, hey, what you doing? What you up to? Like to find out what's going on. A lot of them are talking like job security. They want to go out here to get jobs. But when I ask you about resume writing, what do you think you have to say? I go to information. They don't realize that you have to have a resume now. You know, unfortunately, being on games all day and night, you can't mind craft a resume. You know, but I think you know how to put Minecraft. You need to get some resume writing workshops. You know, things that you use them for the future. Project and resolution is something I have to do that. But also mock interviews. Because you have to know how to go to an interview. What you wear to the club on Saturday is not what you go to an interview on Monday. What you wear on the corner with your homeboy is not what you wear to a job interview. So that's prepared. That's getting them prepared. Even like workshops on Bitcoin, coding, these are things that are happening now that's explosive for the future. And if you can engage them into that now, then they'll find their niche. We also do something on the mentorship program, where it's just on adults who are working, who have been working, who are able to mentor support about what it is that they do. This is the job I worked on for 35 years. I worked for 35 years, not because I liked it for 35 years, but I was able to get attention. I was able to get my title. These are things, you know, people jumping in jobs all over the place. But you have to have a mentorship. And also thinking about computer programs. We need to engage in computer because the world is all our computers. Everything is computer down there. So they need to know more than days on the computer. You need to know how to copy paste. You need to know how to attach a document to an email. These are things that in the business world, we're going to expect you to know how to do. And those are just the basics. Even if you do computer basics, or really mean basics, not just AOT sheet reading. These are the real basics because most companies who are hiring are requesting that you have some sort of computer literacy, and it doesn't want to train you on the basics. So you have to have some sort of computer knowledge. And when it came down to the students, I believe any communities that operate in the medical community, you see things. You don't see our students anymore. You don't see our friends sitting on the bench, right? You don't see our people sitting on the side. You don't see our people walking by. I haven't seen my building and she feels exactly from our time. But any community that supports yourself, I see it. You see it. When I don't see it, I myself look around and I know every building out there, department, even with young people or middle age, people that got it here. I was thinking about like one day they have a wellness band. They have blood pressure. You can just get an overall check. So I think it's hard getting that beautiful. They're not making this doctor's appointment because they're scared. We need to maybe have a thing where register people for the power transit thing. So a lot of seniors, that's not a lot of them can not get around, but not only can they not get accessible, because the application is too long. Yes, it's way too lengthy. I sat with a neighbor and I even after I finished with it, I wanted to touch around. Yes, it was just way too lengthy for a senior to fill out all of that stuff, make all of these copies, and send them in two different places, now waiting for the result. So even if we had a day where we were able to do an accessorized behind that, we can accessorize information, have a workshop where we help register them and turn that information over to accessorize. It comes from us to them. Instead of them now having to mail out all of this stuff, it really deters them. Once they see more than 4 or 5 questions, it's like automatically, they say, I can't do it. I think they do it. Absolutely. And you know, when you see the professor, when you listen to an application, and then you talk about the application, and they don't know nothing about the application. So I can tell you, that just makes you be up. And once you get up, now that's it, it's more cool down than what they were before. But when we centralize was hoping you get up. Now, if they have to get up and get on the bus and pay a tenant and go back, they're not gonna go. So now you're not seeing the doctor as much because they have a fear of being in the crowd. Teams are fear after COVID. So those are just some of the things that I just, think of that the community needs, but overall, we do have a great community. I believe if you got a whole lot of night jump crazy, it's a beautiful place, but I think that we can do extract more out of it. And I would like to say, you do excellent job. Excellent, allowing us to be able to express how we feel, what we need. I'm upset that the room needs a feel. Because we're not, people complaining about what's not in place, they're not in place. In order for you to be in order for things to be in place, you gotta be in place. And you have to walk around and you have to think about what's not here, and who's not where. People. There's somebody who opens up the door to you, but yet you're trying to get in a group of what's not right. But you don't bring it here, or you don't bring it to, I call them Madam President. You don't bring it to Madam President, so let them know what's going on. But I do, I just want to thank you and whoever else opened up this door and to allow us to come to this again. I'm surprised and shocked that the community really needs it. To take the village. And the Lord, everything to work and operate, we all have to be involved. That's just my concern. And I think
No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I have now Mr. Hernan Cesar. You have the floor.
Yeah, good afternoon. Congratulations for the meeting. Sorry, my English is not very well. It's funny. I have printing shop. I am happy for this new center. 2 months ago, member this center. I see last week, maybe. I donation full time, paper, envelope, big paper for poster for the center. I like the work of the center. Sorry. I have
Speak Spanish. Could you help him?
Yo hablo español. Tú hablas español y yo voy a tratar de traducirlo.
Gracias, gracias. Por favor, dígales que yo soy nuevo como miembro de aquí y me gusta lo que hacen aquí en el centro, pero yo quiero colaborar también, involucrarme en las actividades y lo que yo tengo como imprenta quiero donar, porque aquí todo es corporación y voy a seguir trayendo cosas mías que sirvan al centro. Yeah. Sí.
Okay, so he says he's new to the neighborhood. He became a member of the center, and he likes what the center is doing. He has a printing shop that he likes to make collaborate and help you guys with anything that you need printing. He wants to donate his time and donate some of his services so that to help the center. And he's very happy with what you guys are doing.
Otra cosa, yo escribo en un periódico hispano, se llama Orgullo Latino. mis escritos son de la comunidad de Queens. Y quisiera preguntarles si yo puedo hacer una foto y decir lo que hace el centro y ponerle en mi periódico que yo escribo, pero siempre con el permiso de ellos, porque no puedo poner lo que yo quiera. No, pero esas son cosas de comunidad.
Okay, so he's also a writer for a newspaper, a community newspaper. So he'd like to ask you permission to actually do a story on the center. That he wants to put it's a community paper, it's mainly for Spanish speakers, but he says it's for all of Queens. So they distribute it all over the Queens. So he'd like to ask you if you're interested in having a story done about the center, and we'll put it in that paper and you guys can share it in the community.
Okay, so I wouldn't be the person that would give him permission to do that. But the director of this center, I don't know if he's downstairs right now, but I do know that he's here.
So he can
most days
speak
when
to
you
directly.
come. His name is Patrick Pinchia, and I'll write his name down for you, and then you could contact him and ask him if you could make a little story about the Queens Community House Promenade Community Center.
So, ella dice que ella no es la persona indicada para darle permiso a hacer eso, pero que le va a dar la información del director del centro, que le va a dar nombre para que lo contacte, entonces, y pueda hacer eso.
Yo les daré mi correo electrónico.
And he also give you email.
Okay, no problem. Could you just ask him if there's any kind of programming, like from coming to the center, since he's a new member of the center? Ask him if there's anything that's inside of his neighborhood that he wants to see come to the neighborhood in terms of what is it that he needs inside of this neighborhood that's not here.
So, esto es una audiencia para saber lo que pasa en la comunidad. Como usted luego aquí, había observado, hay algún inquietud que tenga o algo que usted no ha visto en la comunidad, que quisiera que viniera, o algo que usted, alguna necesidad que usted tiene, o su allegados, familias que necesitan, que quisiera que el centro lo proveyera o que se proveyera en la comunidad. Voy a hablar con él.
Ya, muchas gracias. Ya. Thank you.
So he doesn't have.
Okay, he doesn't have, okay. Is there anyone else that wants to give testimony or maybe that thought of something while we were doing this hearing that wants to speak now? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes before, because we don't have anyone else that's showing up. So if anybody else has anything additional that they would like to add, now is the time.
So what's your system for the software? What about the program in the city? Sometimes the week, I spend around 15% about 4 hours. And my job only, but if anybody that is trying to not that I'm fun, and I was literally proud of that. Like, there was no place. So that's just one of the conceptualized, now, for the website, I got. Now, I heard that it's kind of doing, I guess it's like flowers and mine, but it's too complicated. All of that stuff is too complicated, and that's a set of programs that can work anywhere. Really, like, all those things that people can apply for, but we don't know. And that's why they just instituted all of that, things that we're doing paperwork. Right, and that's what it is because the room is good. It should be a small, so we'll get somebody that, right, well, it will fascinate them. But they have to get more complicated, and I think you can get people, somebody from, that's why, or somebody, so that's why the application want to.
Yes.
It's not hard, but nobody wants to, but they don't, and they don't have. That's important. Yeah, that's because, yeah, but it's good, and of course, yeah. You know, I can just only imagine when you look at that paper, if you have the same question in five different ways. Yeah, exactly. I have those that you fill it out. They don't want to do it, so they just fill it out, they don't know.
So I guess I'm going to be I'm gonna take this out, because I do have some issues and concerns as well. I'm a resident of Promenade Houses. My name is Rashida Jennings. I also work in the capacity of Promenade Resident Association as well. I've been doing that for about 11 years now. But, and just to piggyback over some of the things that you guys have said, some stuff that I would like to see inside of our community. And definitely beyond the shadow of a doubt, a resource and referral. And not for seniors, and not for little children, and not for teens, but for everybody. Because everybody has problems navigating with bureaucratic systems, and nowadays, since we're post-COVID, everyone's having a difficult time filling it out, because if you've never, ever had to entrust your financial insecurities on public assistance, to walk inside of a public assistance building is super horrific and scary. And you don't even know which direction to go. And so in terms of the needs for the neighborhood, a lot of people, I know there's tons of people right now who post-COVID, they're working, but they're not working at the capacity that they were working prior to COVID. So a lot of remember the food grocery stores, the cost of everything has gone out of this food shop. Everything is going up at the high paycheck. Every single thing is going up at the paycheck. So maybe a resource and referral center, and that resource could include financial budgeting, so you have to revamp your finances. There's certain things that you just can't afford to do, to buy, to afford anymore.
Outside and go in the public. What's your outcome? Where are you there's another system? Where are you for
So I think as part of this community center, there should be a resource and referral second to it. Not one social worker that's here once a week, and maybe if she gives to you within the next 5 months, you might get a phone call back of an eviction that you're facing right now. Right. Okay. So, so I think a resource and referral center is definitely a need that we have. I think safety and security is also a need that we have. Conflict resolution and just not even anger management, just conflict resolution and mediation skills, like to teach people how to resolve their frustrations and things that they come because that's what it is. It's just not having enough. They don't have enough options, right? They don't have enough options. And if my only option is every single time I get in trouble at home, if mom hits me, then guess what I'm learning? I'm learning that when I'm frustrated, I'm supposed to hit. So, so I think that in terms of pumping money into something, we could have a conflict resolution and mediation service here that should be accessible to everyone. Also, in terms of needs that I see inside of our community, we need more light. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, we need more light.
Can I please work with you? Like I live on the first floor. They need to have some sort of date between the first floor and where the residents walk. So that's what I don't want to the first floor. If I can see you walk past, then I need to see you walk in my house. So like if you have only the gate, you had a gate. Yeah, you had the grass and you had the first floor. Right. Now it's just the first floor and the kids are all in the grass. My husband can go sometimes. How do, they don't do a time, it's no ball, somebody. Okay. Okay.
Right. You
But
can
you're
make
right.
a whole program.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You have to be like.
Yeah.
Right. But I know you are.
Yeah. That's a nice, and that, no, you put on the side. I can talk to them. about that.
I know that, but it's not the right answer. Like, if somebody donated 10,000 drinks, are you allowed to accept that? No,
So it has to be,
It gotta be a city approved. So NYCHA developments are federally subsidized housing development. And because of that, they have very, very strict regulations that they have to adhere to under HUD regulations. And so that's why they don't allow outside entities to donate, to fix anything on their ground. And so the whole thing is liable. And as long as they're receiving funding from the federal government, they are responsible for it. I'm not in the private, that part. Which you did, right.
Okay, so, look, when I go back and look at all these notes, basically, you guys don't seem to have the library access to the services. And if the libraries, not the branches, actually do have a lot of these types of sites. Well, that's what I'm saying, is we have a library, we have a library.
library, is like the other library.
It's not a really big library, it's a really small
I
library.
used to have programs over there. When you come in for the summer, and you have to go to your reading, this, that, and books, and the projects that you participate in.
And when you guys say books, you're talking about an actual book that you hold and turn the page. Yeah, y'all do know that our children know. I mean, I'm just.
What I'm saying, no, they have the services and things on Kindle or whatever,
Right.
you can get it, but I'm saying, there's no librarian, which should be where they can have, where there were programs, so it should be in summer, that parents can take their child to, like I said, the other library has a STEM, science, technology, okay, they can have that. They have a crochet class, they have a painting class, what activities that children, I guess, they let them in by themselves, because I didn't see that, or parents who bring their children for activities. We had none of that, all we had was books, whatever, electronic, and we had books and do it yourself, there was no projects, no programs. And if the other libraries could do it, why?
We have a librarian.
There was no, but some, okay, but the library, I'm talking about on 187, you have a library. I said, really? But this is what they program.
We had, around and box, right? We had, the first one, thing was, you know, we had a book giveaway with new books. We did a whole, like, several, like, this is very, this is not right.
Unfortunately, my time didn't allow because of that. I would see that. We would try to done, but I would not, I think you could walk around and have, you get that around the time.
You couldn't even put something that you're entitled to have.
Yeah, but if, but you not get it there, if the parents don't care, the library is not. Simple as that. The parents are not speaking up and demanding things for their children. They need to play with it.
That's why it's important to consider these assessments of hearing.
I didn't want to say it, but thank you for.
That's why it's important to come out and speak to her. Right.
And let's say they might be something for their children.
And then,
I can say that's not my everything.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right. Those children are the ones. Yeah.
How far?
No, I did not. As I said, I went to politicians, I made phone calls back and forth. And I found out that they gave the same $10,000, which they gave back. He's calling over to the library, and then we're holding back to say that we gave them the money. And I told them something August 20th. I said, well, some camp is over August 17th, so it's correct. Because that would have been an accident that the some at the right branch would have been able to take it and walk to the library. Yeah.
So our library, so local library needs to definitely. There needs to be refunded, but that's what it's needed to part of the union library. And so you, when you think about funding and think about something that much, would you? Me personally, I'm not getting $10,000 to the New York City Public Library. They have millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, no matter how bad they look. I'm not giving them. But would I start a separate program for some of these?
And that's something I'm gonna have for the next year. I will.
Okay.
Well, I would like to say that I have, so I never had to go. But if you think it's a picture that I'm ready to go, or there's no different parties, then I'm here to come back out. If there's anything that you need to research, there's nothing, it's nice that we say things that will be available. The necessary one in the record, so the whole thing coming in place, so it's not just over. So I also type of health information, if there's any questions, if it's on the bill, if it's on the topic, or anything, absolutely.
I did not, my time did not allow me to do that.
I don't think we should have, I think the license is for, you know.
No, you have community leaders that will definitely assist. I will definitely hope for you as a side and for some of the things that you want to see coming to fruition here at Promenade, that I have a little bit of authority to control or maybe put a bug in someone here. I would definitely be on that myself. So on that note, it seems as if everyone has put out their needs at this public hearing, and on that note, I am going to adjourn the meeting. David, is there anything that you need to add?
If anybody has any comments, there's email on the agenda.
Yes, so I will.
If there's any additional comments, if you think about, know anybody in that area, have additional comments. Feel free to email it to us, we'll add it to the record.
Okay, so that email address for everyone, just in case you don't see it at the bottom of your paper, is N as in Nancy, A as in Apple, B as in boy, at D as in David, Y as in you, C as in community, D as in David, .nyc.gov. So if there was anyone that was absent that may have some input in terms of what the needs assessment are for their community, they can go and add their comments there. Just email that email address and then they will record it. It will be recorded. So on that note, I want to thank everyone for showing up, and everybody have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you.
Can